Hi, my name is Steve Purcell with Mega Marketing Tools, and I'm going to do a short video on how to use Gmail to filter out spam and create labels and creating filters and email forwarding. Gmail has some pretty powerful filtering capabilities, and I just wanted to do a short video to show you all how this is done. Okay, we're going to have to go over to our Gmail account, and the first thing that we want to do is I'm going to go over creating filters, or not filters but labels. We go up here to the more, well actually don't need to do that. We're going to click on an email, and then we can go to here to where it says labels and just click that little arrow right there. Now we can create another label by just started typing, and then we can click on create label. Okay, then once you do that, it'll ask you if you want it to nest label under. So if I wanted it to be under another label that I had created, I could choose one of those, or just leave that unchecked and it won't put it under anything. So basically it puts them in order underneath other labels if you want it to be nested underneath of it. So, but anyway, we're not going to do this because I already don't really need that one. I'm just showing you how this actually works. It's actually pretty cool. So now then when you come, I'm actually in my spam folder, and it's actually marked as spam. Now if you want to mark this, label this as something else other than spam, if it was, you can actually choose your label and just click on it and then click apply, and we're going to actually do that, and then it puts it in there. Now if you want to delete that label, then you can just click that label right there, or click that little X button, and it'll delete it. Okay, so that's how you create labels. Now I'm going to talk about filters. I've been starting using this, and it actually helps me clean up my spam box, because some messages that I get I don't even really care to see. So basically I just go in and I click on, like, say for instance this one, I get one from these all the time. I always look and see who it's from. This is a name at solosecrets.com. I don't know exactly where they got my email address, but I don't really care to get that information from them. So what we can do is go up here and click on the more, and we want to create a filter for messages like this one. So if we click on that, this is what it's going to come. You're going to come up with a little form here, and here's what I do. What I found is that a lot of times they'll be the same domain, but they'll just change the first name at. So I just take and delete the first name, so it says at solosecret.com. So basically anything coming from that domain will be filtered. Okay, if it's to somebody you want to, or subject line, if there's a specific thing was in there. I don't usually use those because a lot of times people can, you can get filter good emails out because they're using maybe a word that's in another in your spam filter, and you won't get it. So I don't actually do anything with that. I just do it a specific domain. Go down here and create filter with this search. Okay, so then what we're going to do is, now if you want a particular filter it out, you can click apply label, and then you can choose a label that you want to apply it to. If it's something that you want, that it's coming from somebody, a specific, maybe a mailing list, or maybe a specific company that you want to, notice that you can actually do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go right here and click delete it. So basically it's going to skip the inbox, and it's going to go directly to be deleted. I'm not going to see it anymore. And then down here you can actually, if you have a whole bunch of messages from a specific person or whatever, a lot of times it'll say also apply filter to this one here. It says 0. So, but sometimes if you have a lot of them, it'll actually give you a number there, and you can actually apply it, and it'll apply it to all those emails, and it will delete them for you automatically. But this one's not going to, so we're going to go ahead and create filter. And then now that filter is created, so anything coming up for that particular domain is going to go into the delete box, and I'm not ever going to see it again. Now you can just go ahead and click the delete forever. Now this particular email right here is one that I get from somebody all the time, but it goes into the spam. And so if it's not really spam, you can do not spam, or you could actually make it go into the inbox, but I'm not really too concerned about it, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one. So we're going to go ahead and do another one here. See, this one is from the same solosecrets.com just like the other one that we did, but see now this one says Matt, so it's actually a different name. So we've already created that filter. We can just go ahead and delete it, because the next time that they try to send something from it, it'll automatically be deleted anyway. Okay, so we're going to do this one here, which has a bunch of Chinese characters or symbols in it. We're going to take a look at that one. We're going to click on send, and it's from fairwaygolfusa.com, which I have no idea who it is or whatnot. So we're going to go up here and we're going to click on more. We're going to filter the message like this. We're going to remove the name before the @ sign, and just go ahead and click create filter with this search, and we're going to click delete it and then create filter. We're done, and you can go through and you can create as many filters as you want. The thing is, you want to take into consideration is the more filters that you create, it's going to be, you may get mail, you may get notified that you have mail, but it won't come into your Gmail. It won't sit in your inbox or your spam box or wherever, and because it goes through the more filters that it has to go through and check against before it actually puts it into your inbox. So, but with that, it'll keep all the junk out that you don't even care about even reading and stuff. You can keep your spam box cleaned up and delete anything from anybody that you don't actually want to get, and then you can redirect anything back to your inbox that you want to, or forward it to another email address. Because especially if you're on a safe list where you get a lot of emails and stuff like that, is certain emails that you want to get from certain, maybe safe lists or whatever it is, you can actually have it forwarded to another email address that you check on a regular basis, and then you don't have to keep going checking your Gmail account for that particular account all the time, so other than to clean it up. So that concludes this video, and thank you for watching.